Hey yo, what's good everybody? Welcome to another episode of Yo Nerd. Let's talk about it. Future State. So if you don't know, Future State is a future of DC, right? I'ma read you what they have in the comic because they put this joint literally at the start of every Future State comic. Everyone, because they want you to know. So I'ma read it because they want you to know. The multiverse has been saved from the brink of destruction. With victory comes new possibilities, and the triumph of our heroes shakes loose the very fabric of time and space. From the ashes of death metal comes a new life for the multiverse, and a glimpse into the unwritten worlds of tomorrow. So, that's what Future State is. Future State was fire, bruh. There were some weak stories, but there were some great stories, and all these stories really have a lot of potential and to go far, bruh. Like, I'm prepared for DC just to jump to this future. Like, forget where we was at. Let's just jump to where this is now and just continue that. A lot of new characters in Future State, a lot of old characters coming up, you feel me? So, like, you got Duke Thomas coming up. You got Tim Fox, the new Black Batman. That's fire, okay? You got John coming up to be the Superman of Metropolis, you feel me? You got Yara Flores, the new Wonder Woman, and she Brazilian. You got Aquaman coming up as the new Aquaman, and Mira and Aquaman's daughter being Aquawoman. Like, that's tough. You got Nightwing stepping back into being Nightwing, you feel me? So, all these stories take place along this whole timeline, this whole future. So it's not just one time period, you feel me? It stretches. And that's dope. That was dope to me. I loved Future State. It's one of the best events in DC since, like, maybe, you know, Flashpoint and New 52. Like, those were great events. Like, Rebirth was cool, but, like, this is one of the best, like, you know, big events in DC. And it's not even like a reboot or nothing like that. It's just a new continuation, you know? So I loved it. So let's get into it. First off, let's talk about disappointments. Okay, disappointments. Number one, Superman and Wonder Woman. That joint was just weak. I'm not even gonna lie to you, that joint was just weak. I thought it was gonna be more of them teaming up like John and Yara, but it did just, I don't know, it just didn't do nothing for me. They didn't even really team up like that. I just wasn't feeling it. Also disappointment, Batman and Superman. Don't get me wrong, the story was actually cool. The story was actually good. It had this point where Batman was like, Superman, you gotta get the hell up out my city because the magistrate are basically gonna use your DNA to basically destroy Gotham. And then so he's like, you need to get up out of here. We can't handle, you know, police with your DNA in Gotham. So like, he's like, you gotta get up out of here. That was dope. But when I heard Future State, Batman and Superman, I was thinking John and Tim. You feel me? I wasn't thinking Bruce and Clark. I was thinking John and Tim. You know, the new Batman and Superman teaming together. I thought that was gonna be fire. Like, the story of Batman and Superman wasn't bad. Like, it was cool. It's not what I expected, so that's a disappointment. Another disappointment, Superman Worlds of War. Why? Like, the story was, again, cool, but like, when I saw that, like, I'm thinking, bruh, this ready to be Planet Hulk, but Superman. Like, with Mongol, you know, on War World, you feel me? But it was, but it wasn't. You feel me? It was, but it wasn't. Like, the second issue was actually a lot better than the first. The first one kind of was a little slow. You didn't really get into it till the end. Green Lantern was also a disappointment. Didn't really like Green Lantern for real. Thought that joint was gonna be tougher, but that was kind of a disappointment. Wasn't really disappointed in many of them, but those few. And it's crazy that all those had to all my disappointments had kind of do with Superman, because most of my honorable mentions are Superman. So one of my honorable mentions is Superman of Metropolis. I liked it. I think it was real dope. I like seeing John as Superman, okay? Because I think, you know, he basically is the next Superman. So it was nice to see him as that while Superman was off-world. Also honorable mention, House of L. Now this story was tough. Like, this story was tough. Like, you don't even really need no backstory or anything. You just go into the story. Like, this joint was fire. Definitely honorable mention. Swamp Thing 2 was also really dope. I like Swamp Thing. That's definitely honorable mention. But enough of honorable mentions. Let's get into the top 5. Okay, number 5, Harley Quinn. Yes, Harley Quinn makes it in number 5 because this story was kind of like Criminal Minds, the show, but Harley Quinn, right? So you know, Harley Quinn is a psychologist. You know, she was a psychologist to Joker, and he turned her crazy. So she's using her knowledge of the brain and the criminal brain and people to find criminals for Crane, for Scarecrow, you feel me? So I thought that was fire. I thought that is a dope concept. That's why this is number 5. Like, Harley finding criminals, using her knowledge of the criminal mind and just of the mind in general to find criminals. Like, the Suicide Squad should definitely do that. That is tough. Like, what are they doing? Why not do that? So Harley Quinn is number 5. I thought this was a great story, and I love the art. Next up, coming in at number 4, Aquaman. Yes, Aquaman. Aquaman is tough. Number 1, this is going to hit the top 5 just because, you know, Aqualad is now Aquaman. We got a black Aquaman, and it's written by one of my favorite writers who's also black, Brandon Thomas. So this was already going to hit the top 5 easily. But great story. So in Aquaman Future State, Aqualad is now Aquaman, and he has to basically train Aquaman and Mira's daughter, Andy. He's training her, and like, you know, she's reluctant to the training, you know, all that. And they get sucked into like this interdimensional great ocean that connects planets and galaxies and all that. Yeah, it sounds crazy. It sounded crazy to me when I was reading, but I was like, I'm with it. Hey. So they lose each other in this, and then they gotta get back together and, you know, escape. You feel me? So this story was fire. This was like, it's in the top 5. You feel me? So this story was dope. Please check it out. Aqualad is now Aquaman. Yes, he is. That's fire. So please check it out. Aquaman Future State. Number 3 on the list, Justice League. Man, Justice League was fire. Ah, man. So not gonna lie to you, Justice League been weak for a while, bruh. Like, the Justice League comics been kind of weak for a while, bruh. But this was tough. Okay, so number 1, you got the new black Batman, Tim Fox's Batman. You got John as Superman. You got Yara Flor as Wonder Woman. You got Joe as Green Lantern. You got Andy Curry, the daughter of Aquaman, and Mira as Aquawoman. You got a Flash from the multiverse. A multiverse Flash, you feel me? So whole new team, you feel me? I love it. And Joe Green Lantern, already tough. And she the detective of the squad. That is tough. Love it. So this new Justice League, they basically got a rule. They don't really know each other outside the Justice League. They don't really know each other's names. They don't get involved with each other's social lives. They feel like this better that way, you feel me? So then in this comic, they get attacked by doppelgangers, people posing themselves as them. So they have to actually get to know each other so they know who is who while they're fighting, you feel me? So I thought that was tough. I think it was a great way to build this team together, and it was different. And they had already said they didn't want to be cool. They thought that was better. Now, that has to change, and I like that. But I just like this new team. I like this whole new dynamic. Like, this is something totally new. It's a whole new Batman. Whole new Green Lantern. Yeah, this is Superman's son, but it's still a new Superman. Whole new Wonder Woman. Yeah, it's Aquaman and Mira's daughter, but whole new Aquawoman. You feel me? Like, this is brand new. And I love Justice League. It was great. Number 2 on the list, Future State Wonder Woman. Man, I'm loving this new Wonder Woman. Diana is, you know, she's the GOAT Wonder Woman. But this new Wonder Woman is fire. She is dope. In this comic, she is trying to free her friend from the underworld, right? In this comic, you really get to see her personality and who she is. She's funny but fierce. Like, she's more joking than Diana is in a way, but she's fierce and just ready for a fight. She more so wants to fight than Diana, and it's probably a bad thing more so, because she has to, when she goes down, and she has to say, hey, I can't just jump into fights, you know, I have to restrain sometimes, you know. This comic, I felt like it was real short, you feel me? But it still showed you a lot about her before we really get deep into her, you feel me? So I kind of wanted more, but it was fire. I mean, it's number 2, you feel me? It's number 2 on the list. And her character really drives the story. Like, she fierce, she funny still, but like, she got this fuck it personality, you feel me? And I love that. So Wonder Woman was number 2. Now number 1, if you ain't guessed, is Batman. But not just Batman. Because to say Batman is kind of doing the story a disservice. You feel me? So, number 1 is Gotham. Gotham itself, okay, is a storyline in Future State, okay? So, the stories that I'm wrapping into this whole Gotham is the next Batman, Dark Detective, Nightwing, The Outsiders, you know, and that's it. All the other stories are cool. They add to the story, but that's not what we talk about. We talk about my main favorite ones. So, Gotham itself, after Joker War, basically has become like this police state. The magistrate has taken over for Gotham and basically has outlawed masks and shoot on sight for masks. They ain't playing, bruh. They treating anybody that wear a mask in Gotham like you black. You feel me? Like, they just shoot. They have taken over Gotham. They have outlawed masks. So all, you know, Batman, all the Bat family is outlawed. Not even just the Bat family, you know, just the villains too. The villains too that wear masks, they all outlawed. So they all on the run. In this world, you know, Duke is basically helping people get out of Gotham. Bruce is supposedly dead. Like, they thought they killed him, but he not dead. He in Gotham as the Dark Detective trying to take down the magistrate who's still trying to take him down. You feel me? Nightwing is also in Gotham fighting the magistrate, and then him and then the new Batman team up to fight. You feel me? But the main part is the next Batman. That joint is fire. So the next Batman easily is my favorite story in all of Future State. Obviously, it's a black Batman. Nobody thought it was going to be Tim Fox. Everybody thought it was going to be Luke or Duke. We knew it was going to be a black Batman, but we didn't know it was going to be Tim Fox, the second son. We don't find out yet how he became Batman, but it's basically him being the new Batman up against the magistrate. They hunting him down, and they basically like, we gotta stop this whole new Batman. He is basically trying to stop them from, you know, this whole killing people on sight, because they killing innocent people. They just killing people on sight if you have a mask. But I loved it because it was written by John Ridley, who is a really dope writer, who is another black writer. He has done a lot. So the next Batman was my favorite in Future State, and also they're going to continue with Tim Fox. He's getting his own series, I believe it's a 12-part series showing how he becomes Batman, and I can't wait for that. So overall, Future State was dope. It was real creative. I think it's one of the best things DC has done in a minute. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm fine with being away from Bruce, Superman, and Diana. I'm fine from being away from Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart. Let's bring on this new era of people. Let's bring on, you know, the new Aquaman, the new Flash, the new Green Lantern. Let's bring on this new era. Let's bring on this new black Batman. You already know I'm loving that. So Future State overall was very dope, and you can easily jump into it. You can easily just jump into it. Anything you need to know about the past, they kind of say it in the comics. So if you want to check out something new and fresh in comics and with these heroes, check out Future State. But that's all, folks. Thanks for watching another episode of Yo Nerd. Peace.